What's going on YouTube? It's Pelfrey and I got Kate helping me today. Yeah, there she is down there. So I redid the Rockscape again. This piece was going like long ways and I moved it so I have some peaks in there, and I'm not sure that I love it 100%, but I feel like I like it better than it was, so I need to get some glue and glue back some of these pieces. The frag rack over here, if I can, the hammers or the torches are looking great. The green slimer's looking great. Acro is looking great. Everything's looking great on the frag rack, so we'll just see how that works whenever I move it to its position. Now I don't know where its position is. I'm going to leave it on the frag rack for a little while, but I figured I had quite a bit of space left open from the front or the back to the front, so I wanted to do a quick rescape. And the beautiful thing about the Carib Sea Life Rock is it's endless what you can do to it. And I know I don't want to get it too high. You got your glove? Yeah, we got our gloves on. We're working on the tank, me and Kate. Kate's helping me today. So I drained that's about 8 gallons. That's about 4 gallons, it's about 4 gallons, and I have 10 gallons mixed up. I need to get that rock back into the tank. So, and then I need to clean the glass. But overall, I'm pretty satisfied with what I've got going on here. And I'm hoping I still have some super glue left to glue the Gonzo back down. So, hey guys, do me a favor and go over to Brian's Aquariums. Give him a subscribe real quick. Check out his videos. He does a lot of videos covering a bunch of different topics. At the moment, he's got an awesome cube set up. Link is in the description below. About 3/4 of the new water into the tank, and I feel like I like this Rockscape. I know I've changed it up quite a bit, but I wanted some more ledges. I know that this section right here is like light deficient, but like the rest of the tank has plenty of light. So Kate's back and she's ready to help me pump some water back in there. Can you turn the switch back on?
Yeah. It's this switch.
That switch. Good job. Here we go. We're gonna pump some more water back in the tank. We had to take a little break. But now the water change is completely underway. Look at the frag rack. The frag rack over here is just looking crazy. I've never had corals like this before. So I'm excited to get the Tunze pumps back on with the wave motion. About ready to turn it back off and get some water out of one of these 3 right here. And this, folks, is what the tank looks like filled up. And I'm actually loving it now. I've had some time to stare at it. I need to go get a razor blade and get that off. Looks like the kids came over here with cinnamon roll fingers. But I am loving the new scape. I just felt like there was just too much going on the back wall there. So, look from this angle, you can see I got some room on the front. Still have a little bit of room on the back. And if we go over here, I love it. Crystal clear. Some mushrooms that just hide out the back because I don't like them. But it's looking great. I mean, that cave, both those caves right there are doing pretty well. But that's the one great thing. There's multiple great things about the Carib Sea Life Rock, but the scaping ideas are endless with it. And this is 40 pounds of the Carib Sea Life Rock shapes that's in here. So, and unfortunately I don't have any glue, because if I had glue I would be moving these frags onto the rock, and I will more than these torches, I keep calling them hammers, these torches will be moved over here. And you know, I'm surprised this guy's still hanging on. But I'm not really sure where I'm going to put the acros and the stylo. The frog spawn back at the back will go over here in the little hammer garden. But I know I said it earlier, and I'm terrified to move the stuff because it's done so well on the frag rack here, and it's hard to get. As you can see, it's getting good flow. That frag plug's moving with the green slimer, but everything's doing great there. And so I am still dosing nitrates, and I'm dosing Phyto a couple times a week, and I'm dosing Acro Power a couple times a week. Excuse me. And I do plan on automating the Acro Power at some point. The Phyto, unfortunately, I can't because it's got to stay refrigerated. But the biggest thing that I've done is set the pumps, the Tunze 6055s, to do a standing wave. And if you remember from the previous video, I talked about this pump was missing this dial here, and I actually have some Tunze parts coming for an upcoming video, but Roger with Tunze sent me this for free. So if you don't have Tunze pumps or Tunze equipment at all, you're really missing out. Not only are they just stand up great hardware, but dealing with Roger with Tunze USA is just absolutely, it's amazing. So you can see the pulse that I have, the pumps going on, and it just happens that they're not synchronized, but see, now they're synchronized, and it just happens to play out that way. So I actually don't mind that because when they're synchronized, the standing wave is on point, and when they're not synchronized, you get a little bit of turbulent flow in the tank. And to be honest with you, I could probably crank up the power on one of the pumps and get away with one of the pumps operating this size tank, since it's a 3-foot tank. But I do like having two pumps on here. Excuse me, Gib. And I did move them to the side of the glass, whereas before I had them on the back. And I had them on the back because I thought that the kids would get in there and mess with them on the side, but knock on wood, they haven't messed with them. So this one's also on the side. And doing this also allows me, with the new Rockscape, to have corals hopefully on the top here that aren't just getting hammered by flow. As you can see, I do get some salt creep on the screen top here, and I attribute that because you can see some water there underneath the lid, and I attribute that to the flow that's going in the tank. And if you've ever paid attention to anybody talking about reef tanks, they say that flow may be the most important part of a reef tank. Yeah, lighting is important, but flow may be the most important part of a reef tank. So, I'm loving the flow right now. I feel like all the corals are loving the flow. The scalemia might need to go back on the sand bed, but I don't at the moment, aside from these mushrooms that I don't really care for. I don't have any corals on the sand bed. So I'm happy with this, and I did move the acans up because I've never really had good growth with them, and I don't feed them. I spot feed the tank, but I don't feed them directly. There's a dead acro right there underneath that, so whatever, it'll stay there. But this is kind of cool because this piece right here actually goes down to the sand bed, and then I have a piece on top of it, so it kind of looks like it's floating there. So tell me what you think about the current Aquascape. Do you like it? I like it. I think it looks better. Again, I felt like there was just too much pushback on the back wall, and there was a lot of space up front that I wasn't utilizing. And these two pieces right here, I just really didn't like how they were situated here on the sand bed. I wanted to have an arch per se, and luckily with this arch here, on a side view here, you have nubs everywhere on it to mount corals to, so that's exciting for me personally. With that said, I'm going to go ahead and cut it off here. As always, I appreciate you following along. Be sure to check me out on Instagram at Pelfrey's Reef. Check out the website at pelfrey.net, and I'll catch you on the next one. Later.